Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1918, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Which British monarch reigned during the American Revolution and was often portrayed as a symbol of colonial oppression in 1776? George III. In which film does Al Pacino portray a character named Ricky Roma, known for his persuasive sales tactics and memorable monologues? Glengarry Glen Ross. Which small insect was a key vector in spreading the plague that devastated Europe in the 14th century? Rat flea. Which iconic American magazine, known for its groundbreaking photojournalism, was first published in 1936 and helped shape modern visual storytelling? Life. Which country produces the most coffee in the world? Brazil. Which Janet Jackson song includes the lyric, "You know you want me, I ain't gonna be your baby"? Nasty. Which bird is referred to poetically as halcyon? Kingfisher. Who played Elliot Ness in the 1987 film The Untouchables? Kevin Costner. Benghazi is the chief city of which region of Libya? Cyrenaica. Which actor, known for his role in The Goodbye Girl, won an Academy Award for Best Actor in 1978? Richard Dreyfuss. In Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, what name is given to a race of brutish creatures that was later adopted by an internet company known for its search engine? Yahoo. Which talk show host was found in a 1996 survey to give her guests the fewest opportunities to speak? Oprah Winfrey. What type of tobacco product is traditionally rolled in a long, slender shape and often associated with relaxation and luxury, as exemplified by the Panatella? Cigar. What practice does an anthrophage engage in? Cannibalism. In gaming slang, what object is nicknamed Devil's Bones? Dice. Which infamous privateer was tried for piracy and executed in 1701? Captain William Kidd. Who was the first British Prime Minister to serve under Queen Elizabeth II? Winston Churchill. What is the name of the greenish layer that forms on copper over time as it oxidizes? Answer patina, also called verdigris. The Lotus Temple in New Delhi is a house of worship for followers of which religion? Baha'i Faith. Name the 1987 arcade game that shares its alien-like premise. Players fight alien creatures aboard a space station. Xenophobe. Which controversial U.S. general was known for his aggressive tactics and outspoken personality during World War II? Answer: George S. Patton. Who is the most famous former inmate of South Africa's Robben Island prison? Nelson Mandela. Which language is primarily spoken in the Canary Islands and is also the official language of Spain? Spanish. What medical discovery did Frederick Banting and Charles Best make in 1921? Insulin. Which 1966 song by the Troggs became a defining anthem of garage rock? Wild Thing. The Apo Reef lies off the coast of which country? Answer: Philippines. Which popular band shares its name with a traditional Southern dish often eaten on New Year's Day for good luck? The Black Eyed Peas. Which comedy trio made their final feature film appearance in the 1949 film Love Happy? The Marx Brothers. What do you call a visual representation of a person that often includes clues to their character, social status, wealth, or profession? Who composed the opera Eugene Onegin? Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. What is the proper term for a baby turkey? Poult. What better-known novel was written by the author of Moll Flanders? Robinson Crusoe. In 1963, Dusty Springfield's first solo single reached number 4 on the UK charts. What was the song's title? I Only Want to Be With You. Which Illinois city is the state's largest and is home to roughly 1/5 of its population? Chicago. Which U.S. national park, known for its vast wetlands and diverse ecosystems, features the Gumbo Limbo Trail? Everglades National Park. In 1999, Richard Branson sold just under half of Virgin Atlantic's shares to which airline? Singapore Airlines. In tennis, what term describes a serve that clips the net but still lands in the correct service box? Let. Which fictional character was revealed in 2015 to have been based on a real female bear? Winnie the Pooh. Which country is home to Freeport, a major port city known for its free trade zone and vibrant tourism industry? The Bahamas. Which luxury fashion house, famed for its iconic silk scarves, was founded in Paris in 1837? Hermès. Bruce Springsteen's best-selling 1984 album, Born in the USA, produced a record-tying 7 top 10 singles. Which 2 other albums, released separately by a brother and sister, also achieved 7 top 10 hits? Michael Jackson's Thriller and Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation, 1814. Which actress, who starred in the 1971 film Klute, became a prominent figure in both acting and political activism during the 1960s and 1970s? Jane Fonda. Which Marvel Comics character, known for his regenerative healing and retractable claws, has the real name James Howlett? Wolverine. Who composed the music for the stage musical Billy Elliot? Elton John. Which country was led by Samuel K. Doe as president from 1980 until his overthrow in 1990? Liberia. Which country music artist starred alongside John Wayne in the 1969 film True Grit? Glenn Campbell. On the TV sitcom Hazel, the title character was the maid for which family? The Baxter family. Who is the most recent British driver to win the Formula One World Championship? Lewis Hamilton. What type of food is a durian? A tropical fruit. Which iconic American landmark, featuring the carved faces of 4 U.S. presidents, was famously featured in Alfred Hitchcock's classic film North by Northwest? Mount Rushmore. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.